Hi everybody, good morning. My name is Menachem Creditor. I'm the scholar in residence at UJ Federation of New York. And it is our delight to welcome you each day, Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning on our Facebook Live to simply say good morning to each other, to wish each other a good day. We learn a little bit, we sing a little bit, and we look at the light. And I've been blessed to have this impromptu moment each morning with you next to my window. And because I'm so focused on bringing the light forward, I get to experience it more directly too. So I'm grateful that we get to do this myself. So good morning, everybody. Let's say a bracha, a blessing. Let's sing it together. Let's learn a little bit and wish each other a good day. It ends with the words La'asok b'divrei Torah, and this melody was written by Rabbi David Paskin. So sing along wherever you are.
La'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, hafoch ba v'hafoch ba, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Didiya lai 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 lai, didiya lai lai lai, didiya lai lai lai.
So good morning, everybody. Wanted to say, I see a few people on my screen. To Julia, Panina, Tammy, Michelle, hi. There are 76 of us at the moment. Rabbi Isaiah, what's up? It is so good to know that we are coming together each morning. It's a way of starting the morning with kavanah, with intention. Every day has its own identity. Every day has its own way of being counted. And the truth is, today is an enormously important day on the American calendar, regardless of what's happening, although obviously everything is different now. Today is the National Census Day. And I wanted to share with you something very meaningful that happened as a way of launching into just a moment of learning. Feels like lifetimes ago, but I think it was a month and a half ago. I represented UJ Federation at the Washington National Cathedral, where it was the Interfaith Summit to launch the federal census. And it's a very powerful thing to think about the role of faith when it comes to counting people living in America. And that's not only citizens. This counts everyone who resides in America. And in this moment of our lived experience, it becomes even more clear why that's urgent and essential. It is clear that because the census, which happens once every 10 years, counts the number of people who are in a certain area so that the correct allocation of social services can happen. Without knowing how many of us are in a place, we won't know what kind of help is needed in that place. And we can see now the shortcoming of counting and responding appropriately. And in order to prepare for the God forbids and also to celebrate with the thank gods, we have an enormously important duty, which is to be counted. We also, UJ Federation of New York, participated in a New York faith-based launch with a toolbox for faith leaders to help their communities, because to trust each other enough to be counted can be itself an act of bravery. So I wanted to suggest that if you are available at 10:30 today, tune in back here on our Facebook Live channel, where our Senior Vice President for External Relations and Public Policy, whose name is Louisa Chafee, and who is just an amazing human being, is going to be speaking with Julie Menon, who is the director of the New York City Census 2020. This is a moment where being counted matters more than ever, and the difficulties in making that happen are going to be, difficult to surmount. But we are called to do just that, and we are committed to making sure that each of you count, that every New Yorker counts, because that's the way we step forward together. Now, how does that connect to Torah? I think it connects in really essential ways, and given that Passover, Pesach, is coming up this coming week, it should be clear how important it is to count. The first thing we did when we emerged free from slavery was we counted each other. How many of us are here? What are we as a people? How can we make sure that everyone has what they need? And the first commandment in the entire Torah that was offered to the Jewish people, and when I say offered, I mean commanded, was to start counting time. The words in Hebrew are HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem. This month will be for you. How important that is to recognize that not only do you count, must you count, in order to remember yourself and for society remember how worthy of dignity each of us is. It is also important to remember that a free people can also mark time. We are in the midst of a very strange experience of time. Do we know what day it is today? It happens to be Wednesday. I think I'm right about that. But day to day, sometimes they're blending because we're home. The power of ritual calendars, both secular and religious, is that it tells you that time passes in certain increments and time moves forward, as do I. It's a gift to know what time it is, and I wanted to offer you this text. This is straight from the Hagadol that we recite during the Seder, that we read and discuss. So this is, in Aramaic, it's halach ma'anya, but the English for it, for those who would be unfamiliar with Aramaic, is this is the bread of affliction that our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. We mark our memories with things, so we will hold this matzah and say it. And then we say, anyone who is hungry, come and eat. Anyone in need, come and partake of this. Now we are here. Next year we will be in the land of Israel. Now we are slaves. Next year we will be free. So say with me for a second, and I'm going to leave blank the end of the sentence. This year, this is where we are. Next year we're going to tell the story of this. We're going to learn the lessons of this. We're going to make sure that everyone counts and that all memories are held so that we can embrace not just the light, but we can embrace each other. Thank God again. Share Passover with more people than ever. Invite our neighbors in who I, speaking personally, am so hungry just to be near. What a gift it will be to come together in the light, to tell the story of time having passed, and to remember that everyone counts. So, one action step. If you haven't yet filled out your census, fill out your census. It is urgently important that you do so. 10:30 today, tune back in for Louisa Chafee, and breathe some deep breaths today. Step into the light. Let it just warm your soul. Let's sing a little bit on the way out. We'll wish each other a good day. This time with no words. Boker Tov, everybody. Thank you so much for starting this day together with me. Take care, everyone. Bless you.